Hi everyone, I'm Balaji Chippada and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In continuation of our SQL series, in this video, we will learn about all the different kinds of aggregate functions that are available in SQL. So, namely, we will learn about count, minimum, maximum, sum, average. So, without any delay, let's get started. Now, moving back to our Flipkart t-shirt example, I have made all of these filters and we have seen how you can do this filtering by using where command, and by combination of operators you can add as many filters as you can onto your website. Now once you do the filtering, you can see that here it is saying 126 results for these filters. So how come we know this number? How to calculate how many records are there when we do all of these filters? So we want to do a count operation, right? So that is where these aggregate functions will help you. When you apply all these where conditions and filters by using a function called count, you can get to know this number. So likewise we have minimum, maximum, average and sum as well. So we will understand all of these in detail by going into our SQL workbench. So we have seen that we have a table called movies, and inside it we have multiple rows and multiple columns. We know this thing, right? This is called movies table. We have seen how to get the columns, but we don't know how to get the number of records or number of rows. So how do you get it? That is where count will help you. So count is a function in which you pass star, that means all columns, and I'm saying select count star from movies. So what this does is it will count all the number of records that are present inside your table. Let's say I have 100 records here on this table. This will give you an output of 100. So no matter what, for all the columns, it will count how many records are present inside your table. Now we have one more SQL query in which we are saying count, and here you are passing your column name. So what this does is it will go to this column. Let's say this is the column that we want. This is called year column, and it will go to each of these records inside this. It will count how many records are present inside this column. So technically you will get the value as 100, because no matter what, in a given table, if your data table contains 100 records, this column should also contain approximately 100 records. So count is a aggregate function. It takes either star or either a column name to get you the number of records that are present. Hopefully you understood the essence of it. Now let's execute this and understand the output as well. And if you see, I got an output of 388,269. Now if I do this one, which is count of year, and if I execute, this is going to be the same value, because even when I do count star or count year, it is from the same table, right? That is why I got this values. Now what if I do actors table, and if I do this, I get an output of 817,718 records. So my table actors contain these many number of records. We have already learned about distinct in the previous videos, right? So we can even incorporate like this. Let's say I want to get all the unique actor IDs that are present inside my roles table. So what I would do is select count distinct actor ID from roles. If I execute this, I get a number which is 817,718. So if you look at here, whatever I am passing here, so that is what we are getting as a column name. So whatever I give here, that will be saved as a column name inside my output. So this is not good, right? We want to give a table name which is something other than this. So that is where alias comes into picture, but we will learn about alias in the later videos. But let's say I'm giving here test column. So what I'm saying is get me the result of this query, but this column name should be treated as test column. If you see, I got the output in which the column name is test column. But we will learn about this alias in the later videos. But for now, I'm just giving you a glimpse of how you can do these things as well. So far we have learned about how does count star works, and how does count of a column name works, and how does you can mix and match distinct inside the count as well. In the later videos, we will use all of these keywords to solve very complex problems using SQL, guys. So stay tuned for those videos. So you have this kind of data, and we have the rank score as well. It is around 6.4. Some of them are having null values, some of them are having 6.7. It could be anything. So let's say someone comes and asks you what is the sum of all the rank score in your complete movies table. You want to find the sum of all the values of these rank scores. So what you can do is, you can do like this: select sum of rank score from movies table, and if I execute this, I get an output. So this is the sum of all the records. So let's assume this is my table and this is my rank score column. Rank score. So what this does is sum operation on this column. It will add each and every element. So if it is null, it doesn't add anything. Let's say this is a value of 9, this is a value of 8, this is a value of 7, this is a value of 0, this is a value of 1. So it will sum up all of these, which is 9 plus 1 10, 10 plus 8 18, 18 plus 7 25. So you have the output as 25. So sum will aggregate the sum of all the rows of a particular column that you mention. Hopefully you understood how sum will work. Now let's say if someone comes and asks you, give me the sum of rank score for all the movies in which they are released in 2003. So that is where my where condition will come into the picture. So you can add whatever you have learned in the previous videos, like limit, offset, where, conditions, select distinct, all of those using these aggregate functions as well. So for all the movies in which the year is 2003, their rank score is 15045. And this doesn't make much sense, right, in this scenario, because I'm not getting any average value. But if I can get an average value, that would be really good. So how can I do my average value? That is also an important factor, right? So that is where average is a aggregate function that will help you do these things. Now I can do this: select star average of rank score. Here I have to pass my column name, and I'm saying from my movies table. And if I execute this, I get an average rank score of 5.874. Now what if I want to find the average rank score of all the movies which were released in 2003? And if I execute this, I get 6.2. Now if I do 2002, let me execute this, I get 6.244. If I do 1999, let's say 1992, let's assume like that, and it is a 5.5. So you can say that the average rank score for all the movies which are released in 2002 are much greater than the movies which are released in 1992 by using this function called average. And we will use all of these aggregate functions in conjunction of group by. We have learned about group by in pandas as well, so the same concept will apply here as well, but we will learn complete group by with the syntax in the next video. But we will be using all of these aggregate functions in conjunction of group by to achieve more powerful results. In this video I am not using group by to show you the examples. We are just understanding how all of these things work. And then we have the next two one, which is the maximum and minimum. So I can just say select maximum, and I will have to pass my column name from my table movies, and if I execute, I get 2008. So from this, what is happening is, this is my table and this is my year column. So when I say max, what it will do is, it will go and check each and every record in your column name, and it will find the maximum value of this one. And I am getting value of 2008. That means the latest year that I have in my dataset is 2008. And if I have to check for the minimum, I would have to do select minimum of my year movies, and it is 1888. So I can conclude that my database is having from 1888 to 2008. So this is the span of time that I have movies inside my dataset. By using all of these aggregate functions, I get to see the high level statistics of my SQL table. Hopefully that is clear. Now let's look at the other example, which is mixing of other things. Now select average rank score from movies which are released more than 2000 year. So if I do this, 6.18. So by utilizing all of these aggregate functions like count, min, max, average, and sum, you can add it to as many conditions as we want that we have learned in the previous videos, like where, select distinct, where conditions with operators, and then offset and limit as well. And we will understand about group by in the next video, which is more powerful compared to this one. And that's all for this video, guys. In this video we have learned how you can use aggregate functions to derive the high level statistics of a table, and in the next video we will understand group by, and we will apply these aggregate functions on top of group by to get even more powerful results. So stay tuned for the next video. If you are watching what you are liking, a sub to the channel would be appreciated, and click that bell icon to get notified daily. And we will meet in the next video. Bye bye.